Welcome to the most knuckle-braining. What the heck did I
What?
What in the world?
Welcome to the most knuckleheaded.
Yeah, knuckleheaded.
The
Knuckleheaded.
most stubborn podcast.
Because we're alive.
This is the We're Not Dead podcast.
Wait, can we say that?
This is, It's not just stubborn, it's chaotic. We're gonna
Chaotic good.
Let's start. At this point, 20 people like, I'm not listening to this podcast. This is the Stubborn Podcast. We're not dead. This podcast is a podcast of We're Alive Descendants, and we're currently on the chapter 17 of We're Alive Descendants, story 3. This is I'm assuming I've been meaning to ask Casey. This is the half of the season. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 85% sure this is half of this season. It's not the end of the season. Hopefully not. But if you haven't listened to this current episode, please listen to that first and then come back here and listen to us.
No, because we're listening to it live.
Oh, you're right. We are listening to it live.
You don't have to go.
Normal.
You can just listen with
stay
us.
Here. Hey, come back. Come back. Come back. Don't leave.
You can listen to everything else.
Hang on, we got to restart again.
Yes, we're going to listen to this live. So join in. Pull out your popcorn buckets. Woo! It's not sponsored by Thunderbolts.
Sorry.
It's everywhere.
Sorry, it's everywhere on there.
You can't see mine, but I got the bowl of popcorn too.
Just sit back, relax, listen with us. If you want to pause this and talk to your friends about it, do that, because that's what we're gonna do. Dude, who's excited for this?
Yes, I am.
Like,
I've been waiting.
Yep, I've been waiting.
When you said that the podcast was out, I almost listened to it until someone said
I didn't post it.
Yeah, he didn't put it on the thing.
Oh, okay. So when you announced it, that was ready. Anyway, I almost listened to it beforehand. I was like, oh no, that's right, we're doing this live.
Anyway, my name is AJ.
Wakka.
Jay,
Ace.
welcome.
I was
Sorry.
waiting
That was like
for
the
it.
worst one.
Sorry, I brain farted there.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's how we're gonna do this. All right. This is
I just start harmonizing it.
this is the live reaction of We're
that would've been
Alive
cool.
Descendants. It seems to be people have been enjoying this live version of Listen. They like
do.
they like
Yeah.
our reactions
They like
and all
our
that
live
and
stuff.
Nice.
discussions. Casey messaged me this before or after we decided we're gonna do the live. He said, "Hey, this might be worth the live reaction." I said, "Well,
Casey said
we're-
that?
yeah," and I said, "Well, we're gonna do it anyways."
Wait, Casey, who's gonna die?
It's Ruby.
Everyone.
Wow.
All right, okay.
Imagine the left field call being right. Like,
Dang.
really? Oh my
gosh.
gosh, it's the Scouts Honor Crew. They're alive. They're
They're
gone. They're dead.
Blaine is back.
Wow.
All right.
Wait, back just to go again.
This is Dining with the Devil, chapter 3, and dude, I'm so excited. We're gonna do this. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Are you listening, watching
Let's do
this?
it.
Also, hold on. Before we do this, if you're listening to the podcast version of this episode, you came across We're Not Dead and like, oh, they're still doing this thing. They're not dead yet. Yes, we are still this is still happening, and we have a video version of this. So just go to youtube.com /@ Mike Smith and Mayhem, or just look up Mike Smith and Mayhem. We're the only Mike Smith and Mayhem in YouTube yet so far.
You can
So
see
just
our
look it up,
beautiful
and
faces.
you can see our beautiful faces
Yeah.
and our amazing thumbnails that I've been making.
Yes.
So
yes.
yeah, all right, let's go.
Let's do this.
I'm so excited. Oh,
I can't deny it.
We're alive.
You should.
Written and directed by Casey Wayland.
Woo!
Chapter 17. Dining with the Devil. Part 3 of 3.
They can almost vote. Popcorn?
I'm good, thank you.
So we're on a train.
Yep.
We're back with the boys. It is the boys, right?
Yeah. And then we find out it's Riley.
Good evening. Welcome to the City of Justice. Please
right.
gather your
It is
belongings and step all the way off the train. Thank
Again,
you.
that sounds like hope.
If you're continuing with us to the new station at
Kinda.
the Ring
I can see
Province, please check in. with the
They have a new
station.
purpose for hope.
I am so glad to be off that train.
Oh, you're telling me? 4 days of sleeping in those broke-ass chairs? Not doing that again. But we made it. So this is justice.
Big city. This look like anything back in West... back home?
I mean, a little. Not as many people, and flatter. I don't know what El Paso used to look like, but doesn't seem like much might have changed.
Well, where do we go?
Contractors, head over to the recruitment counter outside the red brick building for your assignment.
You should have
Thank
waited.
you.
Well, that's us.
Information that would have been good 2
What
minutes
the hell
ago.
are they offloading from the train?
Entire Connex boxes. Think it's supplies from the UA?
Man, before the attack on the train, Westport would import stuff from the UA too. Pisses me off how this place is still getting stronger while back home has to be hurting.
It all comes at a price. Just look on the wall there. Rules and regulations. All citizens and guests must abide. No exceptions.
Figured there was a catch with this place.
Keep reading.
Everyone runs things differently.
Lots of people in uniforms, too, with long coats. What are they, Republic soldiers?
I think that's their Red Guard. What they name their specialized infantry.
Oh, great.
Guardian.
Nice.
Boy. You reading all these rules?
Not as fast as you are, probably.
There's just so many. Cannot form new political parties. Extramarital relations are forbidden. Citizenship papers or work visas must be on person at all times when not in residence. Foreign workforce cannot intercede with rights of Republic citizens.
What the fuck, man?
International communication forbidden except by those authorized.
No use of the mind-altering substances listed below.
Yeah. Stardust is listed. At least that won't be a problem for me here. About the only thing on this list I agree with.
Well, I think that call to Friedrich might be
Compulsory
Close to
military
coming handy.
service for all citizens.
Yeah.
Dang. Westport had something similar but got rid of it. Part of me understands, but enlistment here is 10 years? I can't believe that.
All the more reason to get what we need from this place and get out of here as soon as we can.
Yeah, damn straight.
that was a
So-
whole lot.
What that makes me think of is China. Because China has mandatory military service, and I think it's 10 years. And then, like, the kind of rules are just crazy, which is the same as communist China. So, yeah.
Dang.
Like, they don't allow apps like Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they don't.
During service?
Or wait, no,
Well,
wait.
Or
They have-
No, that is China.
Yeah, that is China. They
That
have
is
their
China.
own.
They have their own version of that.
They have their own TikTok. They have their own Facebook.
Uh-huh.
They have
Yep.
all of that.
Which is funny because didn't China own TikTok?
Yeah, not anymore.
I know it. They used to own
Yeah.
TikTok, but they had their own version of TikTok.
Yeah, but even when they had TikTok, the feed that they're giving people, the algorithm is different than.
Oh,
Oh
ours.
yeah,
different.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It was very, very controlled, and so it's just this is giving me very, communist vibes. Because a lot of it sounds like what you would think of when you think of China
Well,
nowadays.
I mean, yes and no. Like, Singapore has a very strict rules when it comes to drugs. Maybe like as strict as Russia, even. Like, if they caught you with pot, you will serve the rest of your life in prison there, in Singapore. Like, they're very strict. Granted, that culturally they might be the same with China, but still, I don't know. I feel like the this is so funny. I don't know if Casey planned this. Probably not. I don't think it is. But because of the immigration issue that's going on right now, this time.
Oh.
And then if they talk about that part actually makes more sense because they are you talking about nowadays or them now about the illegal immigrants that's going here and they're getting deported and all that.
It's an issue.
Yeah. Well.
The
Anyway.
deportation?
Yeah. Anyway, so and then with them they have to bring their papers with them. That actually makes more sense in a way that they're open border. Like everyone can just go in and out of Justice or Republic or anywhere. You know what I mean?
But they have to have their documentation.
Yeah, so that they have to bring it with them.
You know what
Which
else
makes sense.
used to have require papers?
Us?
The Nazis.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's for a different reason, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But posting the rules and regulations on the wall, that actually makes sense too, because you know what I mean. Like,
well, you want everyone to know them,
right?
It's kind of mean if you're just like, you broke rule number 9.
Yeah.
What's rule number 9?
Which is coincidentally the name of the place is Justice.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
This is making me think of right now, like story of survival, rules and regulation, like that chapter.
Yes.
Obviously, it comes to mind because of them saying it, but also it's almost like an alternate timeline of story of survival. It's almost like because after they found the colony, Michael came back and made a lot of revisions, and he's like, okay, the rules, everything is changing. We saw what happened when people live like that.
Was it
now
Bert
this
who put those rules in place, or
No, it's Michael.
it was
no?
Michael?
So Michael started it. Bert extended them.
Oh yeah, it got really weird ones.
Yeah, so like they started expanding and becoming ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is as if they kept all of those versus the tower got rid of them and revised them and made it more of that like
Community.
free community instead of being the leadership driven, leadership owned territory that right now it seems like Justice is. So it's really interesting. Like, just to me, it seems like it's the same start, but at this one critical point, they veered from each other.
Yeah. Also, Stardust that Tardust made got really nationwide popular.
Yeah, it did.
You know, it started from LA and now it's all across the nation.
He probably had a ton of it because I mean he had the whole greenhouse with it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So people probably started smuggling it and running away, eventually having to venture away from Westport because they knew what it was. They knew it was bad, and they're like, "Get that crap away from us."
Yeah.
And so people kept producing it later on and peddling it further and further east.
Right, and it's definitely from the Maulers, for sure. I would say majority of it. I mean, probably someone saw the greenhouse like what you said, and then they started reproducing it. But it came from Tardust. That's from the Maulers, because he said that's the way he can control some of the people there, right? Through drugs. That's what he said in Story Survival.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Supplying
right.
it to them.
That's very similar.
Yeah. I love Will. That's like, well, I guess that's not gonna be my problem. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, that's good. Plate.
Ooh, local newspaper.
Oh my god.
Dude,
We'll find
you
something
are
to read.
Finding
obsessed,
new
aren't you?
things to read.
Well, kind of. I want to know as much as I can, don't you?
Not like you, apparently. Probably just propaganda anyways. Come on, get in line.
He's like, I don't care.
Have your papers ready.
Uh-oh.
Thief! We got a thief! No, I'm not! Took a woman's handbag, I saw it. Yeah, it's right here.
Ooh, they're in trouble now.
No, please, you got it wrong. I haven't done anything. I'm so hungry. Please, I haven't eaten in days. Bring him up! What?
Wow.
No, please.
Oh my god.
Wait, no trial? Nothing?
Just execution? A hanging?
Stop! Mercy!
They fucking want this.
I don't want to die.
Wow.
Talk about the Old West.
I can't.
Look, just ignore it, okay? Just look at your paper and don't pay attention.
Right there too. Jeez.
Woo, you can hear that.
Yeah.
Breathe, brother.
Oh.
Leave him up there. Let that be a reminder.
Hang on, pause it for a second.
Oh man, the paper is no escape either.
Who's seen Back to the Future 3? The one where they go to the Old West.
Really.
Oh, I kind of seen it.
Yeah, that almost sounded like Biff. Like when he was saying let him hang there. It almost sounded like Biff in that moment. or in this case, Wild Dog Tanner or something like that.
Oh, I haven't seen the third one. I saw the
It's been a
first one
minute
and the
since I've
second
seen
one.
it.
Yeah. Definitely gonna check that out. Sorry, continue.
For a sec there, it kind of sounded like blood to me. Trying to make it a little
A picture of public flogging.
Oh, shit. Well, what'd they do?
Adultery. Very different rules than Prim, that's for sure.
No kidding. Probably why these people went there to unwind. Fucking hypocrites. Hold up. Look at the back page. That's the attack on our train.
It's been over a week since 8 Red Guard soldiers were murdered in an attack on a security checkpoint in Liberty Province. 2 insurgents were shot and killed fleeing the scene wearing Westport uniforms and bearing wrist tattoos commonly given to their soldiers known as Guardians. A full investigation is ongoing, but citizens are encouraged to remain vigilant and report any possible strange occurrences or identified persons encroaching in Republic territory. They could be planning to cause intentional harm towards our great nation.
It just shows the Guardians face down in the dirt. That could be anyone.
Probably the intention.
Next.
But they realize-
Papers.
Who thinks they're gonna get caught?
We've got our IDs here.
Where are your work orders?
We...
I need them for visa processing.
We weren't given those.
Then how did you get on the train? Red Guard, come here.
wait, no, what,
Step away from the table. 404 at the train station. 404 at the train station.
wait, this is a mistake.
Stop. Keep your hands where I can see them.
We were given this card and told to call it once we arrived.
There he goes. The bargaining chip.
We good?
Yes. Just a moment. Cancel that. It's a special request.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
Came in clutch. Whew.
Get out of jail free card.
What
Yeah.
was on that card?
Right.
I have no idea. I thought it was just a dude's business card. Fuck, if we didn't have that...
So that means that he knew.
Here's your temporary work visas.
Oh.
Don't go anywhere without those.
Ooh, that means this says a lot.
You talking about Chancellor knew him?
Well, he might have known they
I-
didn't have papers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think he knew that, like, that they didn't know for one,
Right.
and that they snuck on the train. At least that.
Yeah.
Whether he knows that it's Nick or not yet, I still think he knows who Nick is.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
whether that's the case or not,
Ooh.
I am more sure than ever that he at least knows that they didn't belong on that train.
Yeah, but
I'm
if that's
so
the case
skeptical.
too, if that's the case too, like for what if he let's say if he knew Nick, it would make sense. You know what I mean? Why he would give him that card? It's like, hey, this dude does not belong here. He wouldn't have any papers and anything like that. So here's the card. But if he didn't know Nick, what would be the reason? You know, I don't think Chancellor will be like, I'm such a good person that I'm gonna save everyone that tried to hop in this train.
My only giveaway is when
I
they were
agree.
throwing down their credentials, as he named it, of how all the things that they were able to have worked on, his experiences, all that. I assume it's very unlikely why they should be on the train, kind of thing.
Yeah, but even no, because he all the credentials that Nick gave out should be more of a threat than a like, yeah, I want you in my team.
The same with what's his name,
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah, but Will is passable, but Nick, Because to me, let's say I'm a chancellor and you're giving all these things, and then I figure out that, oh wait, you're not who you say you are, or not from UA. You must be a spy.
I don't know if I go that far. He may not know that they're not actually UA.
No. I'm going with the his train of thought, full pun intended, of giving all the credentials. Like he knew all of these information, and then he's also antagonizing the Republic.
Yeah,
based on their conversation. You know what I mean? That's
that,
gonna be a reason not to give the card. If that card seems to be really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. They straight up said it's a special request card.
Yeah.
Meaning we asked for you card.
Right.
And so now it's just like, oh.
Yeah. If any of you guys play Spicy Uno, that's a communism card. Going with what you said about Republic, it makes so much sense.
Yeah, man, I want to play it so bad now.
But yeah, so it's interesting too. That whole thing came in clutch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it did.
I was hoping it would be played later, but it came pretty soon.
Yeah,
I didn't. I mean, it worked out differently. I expected them to call it when they couldn't figure anything out.
Yeah,
but I didn't think they were gonna use it like a get out of jail free card. That worked out pretty
well.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean they literally didn't have any other cards to pull. Like they didn't have anything to use, so they're like, we were given this. Like it's the only non-foreign thing on our bodies. Like
yeah. That was definitely fast. Like they thought about this really fast. Nick did. That was good
for once.
No, because it's like he thought the ID's enough. It's like, nope, that's not enough. Give me more of the other information. And then I was getting worried. And then when he brought out the cards, like, oh, that's right, they have that card. All right.
The bus to Fort Bliss is just about to leave. You better be on it.
The what?
Thank you. Sorry for the mix-up.
I'll be right back.
Oh, interesting.
Let me go back. I rewinded.
What was on that card?
I have no idea. I thought it was just a dude's business card. Fuck, if we didn't have that...
Here's your temporary work visas. Don't go anywhere without those. The bus to Fort Bliss is just about to leave. You better be on it.
Fort Bliss.
Fort Bliss.
What?
Thank you. Sorry for the mix-up.
This job is at Fort Bliss?
Look, just get on the bus, man. Okay, go with the flow.
Is that far? How are we gonna get to where we want?
One step at a time. Head towards the back.
It's a bunch of UA contractors.
Yeah, so we're in the right place. Go, come on.
Oh boy.
Is everyone on board? You will be at your duty station shortly. Watch this video in the meantime. And if you fuck around,
it's about a 10-minute car drive.
You'll find yourself on the next train out of here or somewhere worse.
Wonderful.
Just like I thought she said, if you gonna F around, you gonna find out.
Many of you have traveled a long distance to work with us, and we greatly appreciate all you do to help build this nation and make it the best it could possibly be.
Kind of like TSA.
First and foremost,
Yeah.
some guidelines. You may have noticed on your way in a set of rules and regulations that apply to all Republic citizens and guests while you stay here. A copy can be found in the seat.
You know what this reminds me of? It might be annoying for people. It's like, stop pausing the podcast. Just keep playing it. It reminds me of Scout's Honor. The beginning of Scout's Honor. Every time that announcer, the PA system will play.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because I think that's every episode, right? I think every beginning of episode they do that PA talking guy.
Not on here.
I think.
Wait,
I know they did it in episode 1.
I don't think it was every episode. I thought it was definitely in a good amount of them. I don't think it was every episode.
But yeah, that reminds me of it.
Might have been.
Because there was one episode where it started fine And then while he was talking, you can hear people turning to infected and start attacking each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what it reminds me of.
Pocket in front of you for reference.
Oh, goody. We have a hard copy if we need it.
The rights of Republic citizens and guests do vary, so be sure to become
more happy
acquainted
to
with
read
our
it
local customs
than
and
to hear
laws.
it.
I don't plan on being here long enough for that to matter. Just, tell me if I'm screwing up.
These regulations are in place for the protection of everyone here, and also to maintain the prosperity of the Republic as a whole. The City of Justice is home to many Red Guard facilities, including Fort Bliss, our largest installation spanning over 1,700 square miles. Most of the city and jobs in Justice are designed to support our ongoing military operation. Those of you with security clearances will learn more about that once you arrive at your duty station.
Dang, this place is huge. Look at all the brigades and divisions on there.
Uh-huh. Republic's got one big-ass military. Great.
The City of Justice has had a significant role in the Great War, since it was established all the way back in 2009.
I love the tune.
The Great War. Is this what Friedrich was referring to?
He was talking about the war against the infected.
Our base commander, General Kramer, orchestrated the first offensive in what became Combined Joint Task Force 8 of the United States Army. They were tasked with securing the cities and borders of the state formerly known as Texas. It was this immediate and strategic response that saved countless lives and re-established a localized military chain of command.
No way.
Through the continued development of relations with local militias, there began a 3-year-long offensive to retake and capture key strategic areas across the state of Texas. The nickname of the Republic was coined shortly after the first offensive wave and became officially recognized in 2010.
Jeez, let's go.
Since then, we have continued to focus on strength and unity to combat any aggressors, both foreign and domestic.
You see that video clip right there? That foreign aggressor was Westport. This is some propaganda bullshit.
Oh, I have no doubt. Still, it's fascinating.
It's fascinating, he says.
Look, I'm already sick of this.
That's kind of cool, right?
Just wake me up over there. At least these seats are better than the train.
Each and every day, we continue to strive to remain vigilant in our ever-changing world, employing more than 250,000 Republic citizens at our various installations across the nation. Many of you may be tasked to work in our ever-growing tech centers. It is here that we strive to make force-multiplying achievements in our defensive posture.
Oh boy.
Such as upgrades to our air bomber squadron. Currently, our largest is located at Dias Air Force Base and has the ability to respond to threats across the Republic in a matter of minutes. Other defensive contractors may be assigned to our local tank brigade of Bradley fighting vehicles and M1 Abrams. Our elite Red Guard soldiers are continually improved, outfitted with state-of-the-art armor and weapon systems.
Well, this is where he's
that
fading
keep
out to
our
sleep.
men and women in uniform safe.
They have.
Wake up! I want to hear it.
I want more!
I know.
They got military in the air too.
Descendants
That's
will
crazy.
continue after
Oh,
a
shit, let
word
me
from our
pause it.
sponsors. And now,
Shut up. Okay. Oh,
That was a lot of information they dropped here.
So even
World
though,
building.
so even though we are for sure that this whole thing is a frame, they're framing each
I'm
other
not
up.
100% sure.
No, hold on.
Oh,
Let me.
okay.
Hold on.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, the attack.
The whole thing is attacking. Westport believes that it's the Republic attacked them, and then we put our trust that CJ would not attack Republic. right? We're like in the idea that CJ might be a good person. We know her from Story Survival. Based on that, like she's not gonna do anything like this, whether it's Hogs doing it or not.
I give it
an
8% chance she's responsible.
Yeah, but Casey's silence and not confirming this whole thing is kind of tipping me over, okay? Because it's like we mentioned this multiple times, and we've never seen Casey's like, "Yep, you guys are right." They're getting framed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, it's like
that CJ and Westport are
the bad people. Yeah, I know. That's right.
Honestly, I would love it if they were. I would think that would be an amazing twist.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. I think that'd be a wild twist, but not a bad one.
But just hearing what they have, I feel like Westport get washed easily. They got fighters in the air and on the ground.
Oh, Westport's land is not even close to Republic's land.
So, and this is the reason why I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Westport has been so isolated and like holding on, like they're so small and isolated. And when you do that for so long, it's almost like Stockholm syndrome. You know, you start to your mind starts to warp about who the good guy and the bad guy is.
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome might not be the best example, but something like that. You know, you start to think that everything you believe is right and what everyone else is doing is wrong. And so they might have some animosity towards Big Bad Republic. You know, because they're doing things slightly different. You know, they're so used to everyone else being the enemy that the Republic is the enemy, and so they were the aggressors in that, and they're trying to make themselves look like the non-aggressors kind of thing. So,
yeah, we briefly we heard that it's the conflict. One of the conflicts is the expansion. Like Westport is expanding, and then Republic was expanding too.
But they're nowhere near each other still.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Lake Matthews, still farther from Westport, but it's
a little bit from Westport. But if you look at the map that you just sent me,
right,
like Lake Matthews and the edge of the Republic is a ways away still.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, so it is kind of like making you doubt yourself. But I'm still leaning more of like this is all framed. They're both getting framed to fight against each other.
I'm with you there. I believe it was all Prim just getting in between Westport and.
But now I think like it's not Prim because of how quick they got taken out.
Yeah,
that Prim might have been used to do it.
Who knows? It might be UA. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and like that's genuinely kind of where I'm like almost leaning at this point.
Right. Because so Nick was saying that, you know, when he saw what are they unloading from the train, Nick said, oh, we used to have or not used to, I don't think he used the word used to, but they do tradings with UA too. So it might be UA, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because now, can we say that Prim is gone?
Not officially, but pretty well.
I think Prim is basically the new, like the new stadium.
Yeah.
So take a look at this.
Actually,
Westport's all the way over here. Prim's right there. Republic is all the way over here.
Yeah, but I'm saying they could be like making stuff right here. You know what I mean?
That's a long way away, though.
Yeah.
But he's also saying that he thinks that it could be like a massive, like almost its own country,
right?
Massive kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right. That might be the new arena, the new stadium.
Where the final chapter might take place, kind of thing.
Yeah,
against Cole.
Yeah, which is kind of making sense, you know. Like, what is the probability that they kept Boar alive and not infected? I can see highly likely.
Yeah. Almost zero to me.
You think so? You think they're turning her?
I think they turn her.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think they're going to use her.
Yeah,
I think they're going to use her as an infected.
I'm more of the she's not infected. That's my take.
Yeah, I'm with Buggy on that one.
Well, your take is no, I'm just kidding.
Your take is crap. All right, let's go.
He said it.
We continue with Descendants.
That was a lot of information. That was good information.
Yeah, tons. I wonder if they have a slum if there's a person like that who is hungry for 4 days.
We need to hurry. I have to get back to dinner before someone notices I'm gone.
I don't understand why this has to happen now.
From my experience, any heated conversation like the one you just had with Tenuto is going to affect him. He'll talk openly about it with Vincent and let something slip. I know how he works. Trust me.
If you're so sure, why don't you go do it?
No, I have to keep up appearances. Others will notice I'm gone.
So all you need me to do is listen in?
No, we need solid proof of their involvement or no one will believe anything. If they broke the most fundamental family rules, we need it in their own words. And you'll have to record it with this.
Are you sure this will work? I don't even know where I'm going.
That's
another
scary.
reason why it has to be you. I wouldn't fit.
Blackmail.
There's an old passage in the house. They don't know anything about it. That'll take you right next to Tenuto's room.
Pause it.
All you need to get there is a light and this map.
This is they're Chisholms, right? Yeah, this is the Chisholm house.
Yes.
How does the leader of the Chisholms not know about the secret passage in the Chisholm house?
I mean, it depends. Because I mean, what if what if another family was under control of construction for the villa and stuff like that?
Yeah,
and,
but it's
like
your house.
They wanted fail safes and stuff like that.
Just like how they built the White House, there's so many other passages that probably.
I would say
forgotten over history.
like and
over time.
yeah, and there's so many people at the White House that don't know about certain different passages and
Yeah,
stuff like
but
that.
the president probably knows about them.
Let me go this way.
Not Biden.
Who tells you guys that he didn't? That they didn't know about it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was funny.
They probably do,
slipped.
and that's probably a way for them. That's probably the way for them to get caught, because they're taking those passageway. So who knows? They probably do. They probably know. They just haven't used it.
Yeah.
But
I'm curious if they actually do know.
Yeah.
Let's find out. I just thought that was funny.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Passageway in the
Don't
walls.
do that. Don't do
You know
that.
about it?
Nakoma found an entrance in our room.
Yeah, of course she did.
We didn't go through it though. We didn't know where it went.
It goes all over here. Surprised she stumbled across a way in. I don't know any others who know about it.
Of course she did.
What if I get caught?
Don't. This is your test. Tenuto's up to something.
Me.
This may be the only chance we ever have to get ahead of him. Now hurry, through here. The gap between the walls gets smaller at this section, but you should be able to squeeze through.
There's no other way.
This is the only way I've seen. Now go!
Oh, height.
Keep heading down the left of the hall, and hang a right past the entrance. And above all, be quiet.
Okay.
Find me afterwards. And thank you. This is more important than you know.
No pressure, right?
You're right.
All right, welcome back to the game. Does she get caught or not? What are we thinking before I play this? Does she get caught or not? Ace?
Yep, I think she's going to.
Jay?
Whether
okay.
it's a slow catch or not, she's getting caught.
Okay.
98%.
All right.
Leaning into that.
Jay?
I'm struggling with it because I want to say yes because that would be exciting,
Yes.
but I'm thinking it's possibly no.
Okay.
I want to say no. I want it to be no.
I want it to be no because I want to know how he would write it if she doesn't get caught and what happens after that.
Okay. So I believe
There's more unknowns in that equation.
Yeah. I believe she's gonna get caught, but I'm gonna answer that they will hear a sound. Who is that? Right? And they will feel
And
like,
then
oh,
she
someone's
leaves.
here, and then she leaves, and then they will see her, and then they were like, it's you, or something like that. But she's not. But I believe she's gonna get caught. But that will be my answer. Does that make sense? So if she doesn't get caught, then I'm wrong.
So you're basically saying like she gets found, but she gets away.
Yeah.
Kind of
So
situation.
she's gonna get caught not in the action, but outside of it. You know what I mean?
What did
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oliver say about the passageway that they found in their room? What did it lead to?
It's the same passageway. It leads all around the house.
Yeah.
What if Vera does make a mistake, make a noise, but as we said last week, Nakoma might either get caught or fill in to save her.
Maybe.
That could be really interesting too.
That
Actually,
would be interesting. Yeah.
Where Nakoma throws herself
because
under the bus
Nakoma
for
is
it.
still just a floating piece in the house. I mean, other than
we're waiting for her to come into play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we all agree that there's somehow she's gonna save her.
Yeah.
Through the passage.
I think so.
But now taking the blame for it, that might be a left field there.
True.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I can see Nakoma being like, I heard a noise through the passage, so I'm wondering who it is. So she went in, you know, kind of thing. Ooh. I can see that happening. All right, let's see. Let's see who's right.
The gap between the walls gets smaller at this section, but you should be able to squeeze through.
There's no other way.
This is the only way I've seen. Now go! Keep heading down the left of the hall and hang a right past the entrance. And above all, be quiet.
Okay.
Find me afterwards. And thank you. This is more important than you know.
No pressure, right?
You're right.
Done.
I don't know about this.
Oh, desk. Oh, back to the bus?
Nick.
That's Nick.
Hey.
Never mind. We're all wrong.
Hey, Nick. Nick, wake up. We're there.
Oh, what? Oh, man. That didn't take long.
It wasn't that far. How can you nod off at a time like this?
Well, military teaches you to sleep any chance that you can. Because you never know when the next time will be.
They actually train you for that?
More of a informal thing.
Well, should we get off?
Ain't no reason not to. Just play it cool. Look, I figure we scope this place out, find out what we can, then locate a ride that would take us the rest of the way. A car or something.
Right. From what I gathered from the map, it's about 150 miles from here to Lechigia.
So then we get something with enough fuel. Got it. All right, now. Better get moving. Yes.
You two coming or what?
Sorry. My friend was sleeping.
Oh, crank.
Figures.
Wow. The base is alive, even at night.
Different than back home?
Not like this.
You two, last on my list. You've been assigned to the Red Dragons, correct?
Is that what the unit is called? We didn't know.
They're pretty selective, but apparently you're on the list.
We are uniquely qualified.
Of course.
Follow those trucks. They're headed to the green building at the end, and check in with the operations desk at the front. When carry, well mori.
I'm sorry, what?
Our base motto. You'll learn it eventually. It means...
To conquer or die.
Well, good luck. Now go on.
How many languages does this guy know?
Probably read it.
You read that somewhere?
I know a bit of Latin.
I was gonna say that was Latin.
Uniquely qualified, for real.
Those books comes in handy.
This is going to be tough. I'm seeing lots of gates and fences around the base here. There's plenty of checkpoints.
These trucks we're supposed to follow, they're carrying the Connex boxes from the train. These are the ones that came with us.
Really?
Is this all a part of the war that Friedrich was talking about?
Maybe. It might be about what's in those connexes. What'd they ship here?
Weapons, possibly, from the UA?
Nope, I'm having a feeling something else.
I guess we should find out.
We're not gonna check in first? What if we get caught?
I don't want to get stuck at some duty station. We go in that green building, we may not get a chance to leave again to go look. This place doesn't really give off a lot of free will vibes.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The trucks are heading to a loading dock in the back. Come on.
Oh boy.
All the time I've been calling them the general term containers. Oh, we're back to there. Okay.
It's jumping a lot this episode.
Yeah.
How much further is it?
Shut up. She is making a lot of noise.
This is impossible. Am I even going the right way?
Back you just hear them go, no.
That's funny.
Vince, you get that bottle?
Oh.
Yes, Pops. What year is it? 47. I'm not going all the way down to the wine cellar again. Is good enough? Ah, yes. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. I hope it's better than that piss poor one you picked last time. Come on. Oh, boy. This will be nice.
Almost there.
Shut up.
I know the house is old, but I hope it's not too old.
Nick, there's surveillance cameras everywhere. We're gonna
Wow,
get caught.
that was such
There
a
has
good
to be a
transition.
better way to do this.
Look, they're gonna offload the trucks and then we can miss everything.
I know you're in a hurry to get out of here, but we can't get sloppy. Are you not hearing me?
Oh no, I'm hearing you. I'm just not listening. I see where the cameras aren't looking. Pay attention.
Damn it, Nick.
Whoa.
Offload these others in the containment.
It's here! I knew it.
The doors are open. Just move those. Don't give me lip. Just do it. Doctor's orders.
Doctor's order.
What the hell? Oh no.
I know that fucker anywhere.
What the hell is Walrus doing here? Prim has ties with this place?
I don't know, but we're about to find out. Stay between the containers.
Nick, no.
And again, Nick not thinking.
Believe that bitch tonight? You really think she was trying to provoke? Of course she was. What the hell do you think? She definitely takes after her old man, that's for sure.
She's not like him. At least from what I've seen.
Yeah, she is. She's got that silver fucking tongue. She's trying to rile me up, push me into saying something. Same as Surety did to you in your session together. You better be careful.
I am. And I've been around her long enough. She doesn't know. No one does.
Yeah, she's a threat. You don't see it. Open your eyes. Why you brought her back here at all is beyond me.
I thought it would curb suspicion, raise favor with the family. Make it easier for the next steps, right?
Yeah, it would have been better to just use her as leverage. Just wish you would have consulted me.
How could I? I took a chance. She is one of us after all. It's working out.
I don't think it's working out as well as you think. The longer Vera's here, the more members put their faith in Oliver's bloodline. And we can't have that. What are you doing? He's got an heir now, for Christ's sake. An heir! You continually stuck your neck out, son. And you stuck it out too far, and now somebody's gonna cut it. Is that what you want? You should never have left this house in the first place.
How could you say that? I did what you wanted, what you've always wanted, but never could.
You ever stop to think why I didn't? The risks that were involved? You were fucking caught.
Not by them.
But you were caught.
But not by them! And I made it back, didn't I? What does it matter? The vendetta's fulfilled. He's dead, isn't he?
No! It happened. Eventually.
That's what's important, right? The timing was perfect. 2 birds with 1 stone. Westport's thrown off balance without him. Their weekend...
Should have waited till I got back. More and more, I think you should have left it alone.
After what he did to Angel? And all they said about our family? Don't tell me this isn't everything you've ever asked for.
Maybe it was, but at what cost? People suspect things, and now it complicates what I already had in motion. Ah, Christ, I just thought I taught you better. The whole thing was sloppy. It's a fucking mess.
Do you have any idea what I went through? How hard it was to do what I did? I've had to listen to you for years. Go on and on about what you do to his killers. And now that it's done, you want no part? You're right. Maybe I shouldn't have gone if I knew you'd end up being such a coward.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Uh-oh. You heard me.
Uh-oh.
You got any idea what's going on right now? The family is scattered into pieces, bloodlines divided, while that Blackburn coward sits at the head of the table, continuing to do nothing. And now all eyes are on us. These people aren't fools, Vinny. They know when they're being lied to.
What do you want me to do?
What's done is done. Just have to deal with what we're presented.
You know what I did was not for me. Everything I have ever done has been for this family. I wouldn't have killed Michael if it wasn't for you.
He admitted it.
Okay, I gotta pause this.
Oh yeah, pause it. Pause that crap.
I gotta pause this. Okay, before we talk about that big one, we were right about seeing Walrus, just not in the right location. It's not in Justice. It's in this new place, but
they're pretty much right there.
Walrus.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't far.
It's basically in El Dorado.
Right,
the fort is.
Right.
It's just a certain spot, like by car from the downtown of El Dorado. Or El Paso. Sorry, El Paso. It is 10 minutes away.
I was like, wait.
Right. Yeah, but we didn't get to see a lot of Justice because they got shipped out quick enough.
Immediately.
Immediately. So we're kind of right and wrong at the same time. We knew Walrus is gonna be there somehow.
Yeah. At this point, I don't care about Walrus, so.
Yeah, let's save that.
He's already like,
Walrus.
I know.
And by the sound of it, they're infiltrating Westport, right? Because he said that it's two birds with one stone. So to do the vendetta, and then the second bird is to
get him off balance,
to cripple Westport.
It's to weaken Westport.
Yeah, it's basically to get him off balance. Because he was their military genius.
Yeah. So, sounds like it's either. I mean, we know that they probably hate Westport, right? Actually, we do know that. We do know. Yeah. So, does it sound like that they're trying to take over Westport too? Like it could be they're the one framing Westport and Republic.
The family or the
family? Yeah, or Chisholm.
I don't think it's the family entirely. I think it's just.
Oh, definitely not Oliver. For sure.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's just Angel Senior and Vincent just causing issues. Like they said, the vendetta, but then also they probably have something on the side with one of the other areas.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So are we on? Are we kind of all on the? Oh.
Sorry. Angel Senior said that he had business on the East Coast,
right?
Which is UA,
yeah.
Which means he probably, I think they're in league with UA then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means it might be UA that's inducing or making up the attacks against each of them to, get them to feud.
Right. So they can take over.
Yeah. So I think there's an alliance between Angel Senior in the UA for all of that. That fits with everything that we just heard.
Right. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Sorry, Ace. I didn't mean to.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. So are we now on the opinion that that we think Oliver is completely innocent, not a problem, yada yada yada?
100%. Like I'm 100% sure of that.
Because I know before we were like, everyone was
Yeah.
like pretty sure, but still some
I was pretty confident.
Well, it's because of because of Nakoma. It's because of Nakoma that making me just a little bit question it. There's like a room for, because she's not trusting. I don't know why Nakoma is a credible source for this, but I
was gonna say
just
you got
her,
an interesting,
but just the fact that she has a feeling towards Oliver or the family in itself, making me leaving a little bit of a room to question him. But now it's like, no, absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I definitely 100% think think that he's
innocent.
Like, he's
trying to do
completely
good.
on the right side.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, buts. He just is.
Yeah. Now let's go. Let's go to this Vincent killing Michael. Holy smokes, he did say it. He said it. The vendetta's done. Yeah.
Fully said it.
Now let's now that we know this for a fact, right? This is the truth now. Let's backtrack a little bit since the time he got caught, right? The conversation that he had with Vera and all that. And we questioned Ace probably hating this, like, my boy, no.
The side I was fighting against right now, like, he is the stereotypical he's playing like this specific character role to a T right now.
Yeah.
Which still makes me have some hope for him in a long-term setting, but what that role is that he is listening to his dad, just trying to get his dad's attention, trying to get his dad to love him, care for him, blah blah blah. He is the second favorite child, and so he kind of had, it's almost seems like it's giving him that kind of imposter syndrome. And with that, they even said it, like, he jumped the gun to do something that his dad wanted him to do.
Right.
He didn't wanted to be done.
Yeah.
He didn't want him to do it. He wanted this thing to get done eventually, some point later, blah 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 blah. But yeah, so it's I'm definitely bummed about that.
Yeah. So
outcome.
they both know that this is happening, and we could say that they didn't work with each other to get this done, but they both know that that happened.
Yes.
When now this gives a little intense or impact to what he said to Vera, that when she said, "What if you're wrong? We're not." You know, that he said that to Vera.
But they were.
Yeah, they were definitely wrong. I'm glad. I will gladly admit that I was wrong. That it wasn't Angel Senior who killed him.
Yep.
I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that, because before we even met Angel Senior, we've been leaning to Vincent.
Basically, since we met,
exactly.
Vincent, everyone had been on that, and I still didn't want it to be true.
Yeah.
I really like.
I was convinced it was Senior.
Honestly, even right now, I really like his character because he's a broken character. He, in the family of all these people that are so put together and stuff, he's broken.
Right.
And so that's why I'm like, there's still really hope for his character to come through later. It can create that dynamic of that turnaround, blah 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 stuff.
Right.
But
yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll see if that happens. It might not. I could be way off base with that thought process, but
yeah,
I'm hoping.
I feel like it will be. Do you think he will find out the truth?
Who?
Vincent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen next, I think she's going to get out of there. She's going to show it to Jeremy. Jeremy's going to call him out on it, tell him that they were wrong, and then they're going to get kicked out of the family.
No, I'm talking about Vincent will find out eventually that Michael did not kill.
Yes.
That's what he's saying. That's what
Jeremy's going to tell them. Oliver's going to tell them, hey, this is what actually happened.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
And yeah.
Or false vendetta just killed an innocent person and exposed the family.
Because Scratch was a Chisholm, right? Or was she an Amsel?
Amsel. She's Amsel.
Yeah.
Amsel. Okay.
Yeah, they're both Amsel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're both Amsel. Yes. They're not connected to the boar.
Just.
Wait, I thought.
Mara is Amsel. Boar is Chisholm.
I know, but Vincent and Angel are Chisholm. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was gonna say. They're Chisholm. So.
Yeah. Oh, you said Scratch.
Yeah, but I was thinking Scratch. I was trying to see if like Scratch was related to Angel and.
Oh yeah.
But no.
Chisholm.
So.
Yeah. This can get really interesting.
Yeah.
And then so he knew. Oh man, this is so weird because it's like I'm trying to think. So he said in the arena that when you were saying, I'm talking about Vera, when she was saying who Oliver is, and it's like that's when I knew who you were. It's true, but I feel like he knew who Vera is from the get.
No.
Yeah, I think
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Especially if he was in Westport and stuff.
Yeah.
I bet he knew.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think if he somehow he was able to put stuff together.
Yeah. But how would he? Why would he have been able to do that?
Huh?
That means Oliver would have had to say all of that information about, hey, I was with CJ, or I had a kid, or stuff like that.
No.
None of that information was...
at least for me, I don't think. I think he found out who Vera's related to Oliver, but I'm talking about Vera herself.
You
think he
Vera
knew? No. Like he knew who Vera is, whether he didn't know that Vera is Oliver's daughter, but he knew Vera.
He might have actually taken her not because it's Oliver's daughter, but because it's the leader of Westport's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. They have interest of her, but not knowing.
Yeah, and like it could have started as that, and then transitioned into, oh, you're actually like the son of our freaking leader,
right? I see.
Or daughter of our leader. Like now,
so Favor might not have just been, hey, Favor because this is Oliver's daughter, but Favor because, hey, I got Westport's daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, the first daughter.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with that.
Now, do you think he would have told Angel Senior that? Because he was grilling Vera at the dinner. I can also see like Angel Senior testing her, kind of thing. Like I knew you were CJ's daughter, but I'm gonna ask you in front of all these family members to make you look bad, kind of thing.
I don't think they know.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's irrelevant. But that is the big confirmation there.
Yeah,
definitely a big confirmation.
That was it. That's what we've been waiting for.
That's one of the things that we've been waiting for.
Question that's been hanging in the air for so long.
Yeah.
Who done it? Who done it?
Oh my God.
My sadness is complete now.
You're satisfied but sad at the same time.
100%. 100%.
Hey man.
I got the answer I didn't want.
Let's listen to that because there's probably only a few more minutes left.
There's the question where she's get caught or not.
Yeah.
On us. These people aren't fools, Vinny. They know when they're being lied to.
Cousin Vinny.
What do you want me to do?
What's done is done.
That's what I mean about the purple.
Just have to deal with what we're presented.
You know what I did was not for me. Everything I have ever done has been for this family. I wouldn't have killed Michael if it wasn't for you.
That's the recording right there.
All right. I understand. I do. Deep down, you did the right thing. Cross killed your brother. My eldest. My namesake. And now, thanks to you, that vendetta has been fulfilled.
Right.
Our family can finally move on. But now, most importantly, we need to focus on restoring our future, correct the wrongs against us, and reclaim what's rightfully ours.
That's what I want too. Pops, you know I would never do any...
Oh.
What was that?
You hear something? Check the halls.
No one's entered the wing. They couldn't have. I locked the doors behind me.
Did I ask that? Get off your ass and do what I say.
No one out here, I told you. Shh. It's in the walls.
We got a fucking rat.
Oh, shit!
Oh, even I heard that. Don't just stand there, help me. Come on, tear this fucker down. Tear it down.
It's Lacomi.
Tear the fucking wall down. Tear it down!
They switched. Way to go, Casey.
I was
Way
right.
to go.
That was so good. That was a good transition.
That was good. And way to call that, AJ.
Thank you.
Make sure the area is sealed before we open these up.
And then it's gonna get caught.
Come on, Will. They all left. Now's our chance.
Nick,
By the way,
do you even
am.
care about what I have to say?
I am wondering
I'm a
if the
part of
doctor's
this.
telling you.
We can't leave here without knowing what they're gonna try. Otherwise, everything else that we're doing may not mean shit. You understand that, right? What if we won't have a home to go back to? Huh?
Yeah. Fine. Just hurry.
I'm having a point. Shut up.
Just keep going.
Which Connex box was it that came with us?
This one, right?
I don't know. They all look the same to me.
Whoa. Every single one has a refrigeration unit. Why would they need that?
That means that they're keeping something cool.
Well, obviously, but...
Thank you,
Building a think
Mr. Obvious.
Body bags. Big ones.
That's what he learned in
Move
Guardian
aside,
School.
let me... Oh, God.
Infected.
You alright?
The air in there.
Yes, infected.
I think it's toxic.
He's getting
fine to
affected,
me.
but not
It
Nick.
smells,
Yep.
but that's about it.
Infected.
Look, just wait over there, okay? I'm gonna look.
He's not getting affected.
That makes me
It's
think
literally
of Story of Survival.
yeah, that's what happened to Saul.
Saul and
Victor.
Saul and Vic, yeah.
What is it?
It's a dead muckraker. Like the one we fought. Not the exact same, but a similar species.
Those only live near the swamps, right?
So you can
They fucking shipped it here.
Are there others?
Other types of infected? Yeah, they're all put on ice. Another muckraker, and a normal Jinn 1.
Okay, now you know. Close them up and let's just get out of here.
What is the Republic thinking? This is a bad fucking idea.
They experimenting with them, you think?
Yeah, it looks like it.
For time.
Okay. Now we know. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
That makes me hope you're right.
I don't know what'd be worse, a weapon or that.
Oh shit.
That?
Nick.
Right?
This other
Absolutely
Connex box, it has prim markings on it. That's the boar's mark.
Yeah.
Oh
Let me back up.
No need.
talk about
It's
it.
empty, but there's stains on the ground. I bet it had others in here too.
Dead infected from prim?
Yeah. Maybe that's why good old Wally the Walrus is here.
Okay, can we go now?
Yeah, we're done. Good to go. Come on.
They're gonna get caught.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we need to hurry before...
Arf! In the air! Back away from the container!
Shit.
Duh!
Oh, they're back.
Each scene is on edge.
I'm through.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck
Back
is
to
this?
back, something.
It's a crawl space.
In my own fucking house. And I didn't know about this?
All
Someone
right.
was
right.
in here, Vinny.
I don't know. Seems really small. You sure?
Blood here. Fresh. Not a lot, but I definitely shot something.
This house is old. It could have actually been rats.
That's all it was, I
this?
swear.
A recording?
No.
Oh no!
Oh, Vera.
Oh yeah, it was a big fucking rat.
She couldn't stop moving. She couldn't just waited.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Change of plans, Vince. There's no way out now. This is gonna have to happen. Tonight.
No! Don't do that! Don't say
Jeremy.
that!
They're gonna go after Jeremy. They're gonna go after Oliver.
Oh man.
Back to the other guys.
No,
That's
it's over.
it.
It's it. Yeah, that's
No.
why I said don't say that. I knew it was
No!
To be continued.
Oh my
The
gosh.
second half of season 2 of
Second half.
We're Alive.
All right, there you go. Second half.
Descendants.
Oh my gosh.
And now a word.
Jeez, that was so stressful.
Jumping back
Dang,
and forth,
Vera.
back and forth. How did she freaking drop it?
How did she? I mean, she got shot, so she might have dropped it. But why did she move? Was there an itch you need to scratch?
What do you mean? Why did she move?
Like when she was standing back there. Yeah.
Why she got hurt? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No.
All I can think of is the reason why she moved is she had to move the recorder closer so it could be heard, kind of thing.
I mean, either that or like you get restless and you just like shift your weight from your left foot to your right.
Yeah.
It could be anything like that.
Yeah. Or she probably like, I got the information, I gotta go now. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
Because that was like the end.
Although,
of the
like,
conversation.
I'm sorry if that was me, I would not have been like, I gotta go now. No, I would have been like, they leave, I leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would have waited until after they were gone.
Yes,
I would not have budged a tenth of an inch if possible.
I feel like there was
until
more
that last
information.
moment.
I feel like there was more information they could have said.
Oh yeah, absolutely more.
Although, like, she was probably just like in complete shock because
that might be it too.
I mean, Michael, yeah,
that might be like, okay, I'm pissed off now. I'm mad. You know what I mean? Like I cannot believe.
And it made her like not able to stand still.
Yeah,
That's so nuts.
Oh my gosh! But you were right.
And she has no evidence of it now.
You were right. They didn't know about the crawl space.
I was curious. No, I was curious why they didn't know.
That's
Is what
good.
my thing was.
I said I knew it.
That was good.
Because it like in my mind, Oliver is too careful. He would not have said that if he would have thought that there was a chance that
Yeah. That's true.
And so for me, I'm like, well, what if a different family built these houses or was in charge of construction for the villas and stuff like that? And what if they are like, no, we're putting in a failsafe because we are not going to let the Dawsons happen a second time.
Yeah.
Well, and it might not even been another family that created the house. It could have just been a house that was
exactly
a mansion that was made.
Or they probably like renovated it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, a lot of those old houses have
and
trap,
then let's
hidden
this.
doors and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you were right, Ace. Good job. That's good.
Although I wonder if he found those original blueprints of the house.
I also like the detail they added with the wind, because remember in the coma,
yeah,
you can hear the wind. Yeah, they added that.
I just want to say one thing. What if I don't know if this is like credible or anything, but what if the Tenuto family is actually an extension of the Dawsons?
Ooh.
They married into the family.
Into the Chisholm family.
Yeah.
Into the Chisholm family. So we don't know where their roots could be.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. What was I gonna
Because we're looking for that Dawson angle
right, because it was mentioned, it was mentioned. There's a reason for that.
So, since you mentioned that, just made me think of, and we can talk about it later, but the things that we're still looking for that have not happened yet in this first half of the season. For instance, Riley. The connection with Scout's Honor.
The boar. What happened to the boar?
What happened to the boar?
The conclusion to
Dawson's. If now there hasn't been confirmation that they will show up in some form or fashion.
Yep.
But it was kind of hinted.
Yeah.
When he stated that they weren't all killed.
It kept getting brought up, and they're like, well, they're not all gone.
Yeah. So the Dawsons. There's that.
My biggest one is the Notebook. That was my biggest one.
Oh, why?
Yeah, why and
from, if Tanya's still alive?
Yeah, who from?
Yeah,
which is connected to the
I
Tanya.
agree with that one.
Yeah, the Notebook. Like, why do you have to give that to Nick?
The timing of it all is just weird. It came out of nowhere and launched the entire story.
Yeah, including
that.
It's kind of like the rat in Endgame. Was it Endgame? Not Endgame.
It is Endgame.
It is? Yeah.
Yeah,
the whole movie wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for the rat.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for that rat. Yeah.
And also with connection with that girl who gave the Notebook to Hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or from Hope to the girl. Is that from Hope to the girl?
Hope to the girl.
It went from Hope to the girl, which they kind of did that.
Yeah, you're right.
It was just someone was chosen.
Yeah, because Hope's hesitation to tell Pegs why is questionable, we know for sure there's something there that we don't know about. Also, what happened to Pegs?
Yeah, which I think that'll come. I think that's gonna come out very shortly.
Yeah.
Into the new season because of we're now where they were going.
Yeah.
We're now in the story where they were going.
Yeah.
Because they were heading toward Republic.
Yeah. And then we also have some hanging stuff in there, but that we don't really. I don't want to say we don't care about, but we're okay where they at. The Atlas, story of the Atlas. We're
yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say that,
No?
but I was like, no, I'm
But
okay,
we're
with that.
you know,
The Atlas, that whole part was technically concluded.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot more information we can get from it still.
Yeah.
But that whole thing was concluded as to where, and they're just staying put for the moment. As to where everywhere else, there's still a lot of moving pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I would even say the OGs had less conclusion than.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
Atlas.
yeah. But that encapsulates.
And that's been abandoned for so long.
Right. That encapsulates the Riley situation because Riley's with them.
Yes, exactly.
But you're right. The Atlas is concluded only because big part of it's not just because they reach Atlas, but because Boar's gang is gone. Yeah, it's like nobody's gonna go back there and get them.
It's kind of like Story of Survival when the Maulers left the mall.
Yeah.
Like their battle with the Maulers now is done.
Right.
Of course, it came back later, but
it's done.
It's the same thing. Their battle's gone, but Cole could bring around too.
Yeah.
Being the new leader of Prim.
Right. Now let's go back to Nick and Will. So they got caught, right?
Yes.
Of course, I feel like they can like, oh, we got lost. They told us to go somewhere. I thought
They won't even be able to do that here because I'm pretty sure the person who caught them is the one who told them go here, don't.
Yeah,
I think it was the same. It was the same girl.
Yeah, it sounded like the same girl.
Yeah, maybe.
So she can't be like, oh, well, you told us to go here. Like,
yeah. Maybe, but
I think
another thing is Walrus is gonna see them for sure.
I think Walrus is gonna see him.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that could lead to a much scarier precedent where it could venture away from the two of them for a short time, and it comes back to like Pegs and Dean having to save Nick. Because he's being tested on or something like that.
Yeah. Now, out of the tankers or the whatever they saw, right? They saw muckrackers.
Yeah.
And they said this came from Prim. Now here's the missing gap in this information. I don't think those came from Prim. I don't think the muckrackers came from Prim. No. We know. Hold on.
You're right.
We know where the muckrackers are from. The New Orleans area, which where the family is, so the family involvement can be part of this, right? And the only reason why I said that it didn't come from Prim, because Will knows every single infected in Prim, and he didn't know about the muckrackers.
So, all that aside, they were looking at the containers, and they said these are the ones that were shipped here with us.
Yeah.
So they were on the train. And they were looking at the muckracker. They found the muckrackers, and then they said, "Wait a minute! This one has the Boar's marking.
Yeah.
This one is from Prim.
Yeah.
This one's empty. So the only one that had Prim's marking was the one that was empty.
Oh, gotcha.
So they had found the muckrackers before that, implying
yeah.
that was not from Prim. That was from elsewhere.
Yeah.
In the UA.
Yeah, that could also be UA. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so those all came from UA.
I want to give something toward your point, Buggy. Now, do we remember where the trains were coming from?
Yeah.
They're coming from toward UA space.
Yeah.
And to just kind of credit what you were thinking earlier, what you guys were thinking earlier with
Senior
having ties to UA could also have supplied muckrackers to the UA for a trading tool up to them and so on and so forth.
Well, the uniform that they found was fighting muckrackers too, and they're from UA.
Yeah.
You know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There might just be a lot of stuff that we're asking questions on that.
Yeah. So, but what we know what we know, not a
It's
for
what we
sure
do.
thing, but we know is those what are they, onyx?
Conic.
Yeah, that they were shipping infected from there, so they probably already emptied the containers that came from Prim. That's why it's empty, and now they're emptying the ones that came with them.
So what I was
Anyway.
wondering is if they were dead, like human.
Yeah, but
bodies.
we already knew that though.
Human bodies.
Oh, human bodies.
Yeah.
No, I think it's infected. I think we knew that even when we were in Prim.
Yeah,
they were talking
we
about
knew
that they're
were
shipping
se-
that. Yeah.
we knew they were shipping bodies. But that's why I'm wondering if there's going to be a twist in there that it's not infected bodies, but it's human bodies.
No, I think it's infected. Yeah, I think it's infected.
Yeah.
Probably,
but I'd be curious.
The one from Prim?
Yeah.
I think it's affected because remember remember when they were in the affected area where Alvin was, they surprisingly saw them stacking on them.
I said that we knew that from the get that it is.
Or the other thought is that because they just found blood in there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was just the package that they were shipping all the blood out in, and like one of the vials broke or something like that.
Wait, you're mixing up two stories.
Why?
They found the blood in Vera's story, not in this one.
Huh?
When the mention there's blood, it was in the Vera.
No, there was blood inside.
They also said blood. It's empty, but there's just blood on the floor.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There's blood inside the crate.
Gotcha.
And so, I'm wondering if that was because they were shipping blood. I think we talked about earlier that they were shipping the blood from the contestants with them, like because they were like, yeah, we got a special one or something like that.
Oh, that one was
Yeah, but infected has blood too.
Yes, but I'm wondering if this this case from Prim specifically
had the vials
was
in
the
it?
one that had the vials of blood in it, and so those were already taken out, and that's why. But they were just like, oh, it's empty, but there's just some blood in there.
No, the reason why I said that it's because so they're dead infected, and they're probably blood everywhere because they put.
Yes,
dead
that's a
infected in it.
possibility.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm wondering. That's why I'm proposing a theory here.
Oh, okay.
Other options.
Gotcha.
Other options.
Yeah, but
It's another option is
if
that they.
it's- Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
like you transport blood in a case with refrigerant.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but refrigerants keep stuff cold.
I know, right? Stupid
What?
Nick.
Stupid Nick.
Stupid Nick.
I'm really glad you picked up on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I said duh before Will even said that.
But,
duh.
Yeah, so I'm just curious if that's a possibility that one from Prim was just vials of blood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just a theory. So
it's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Walrus is there, so
Yeah.
definitely the blood is with him, whether
Yep.
it's in the container or with him.
Yep.
And I wonder what Walrus will think finding out what happened to Prim, because he doesn't know what went wrong.
You're right. He might not. He probably doesn't.
Yeah, he probably hasn't heard yet.
He left when the commotion was happening, but he doesn't know the result.
Yeah.
So he probably knows that, chaos was going
Well,
down.
Nick and Will didn't know either.
True.
They left during the commotion. They don't know the result.
everyone didn't know.
Well,
person who
they
knows.
know that Prim is, like, screwed. Like, don't get me wrong, like, because they probably also know that Bor led, like, the entire group out. Because that was happening, like, the army was basically evacuating while they were leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they might have an idea, at least, of Prim's
Didn't Walrus leave around the same time too?
He left before them.
No, but
He
I'm
left
talking
before.
about like he left when there's something going on in Prim.
Yes.
Yes, but he
Yeah.
left before the entire group
Army
mobilized.
Yeah,
Until
yeah,
before the
yeah,
military
yeah.
mobilized. As to where Nick left around the time when they were already mobilizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he left actually during, as to where like during the time that they were getting their crap together and going, as to where Walrus left when everyone was trying to get it together.
Yeah. Jeez, that was I don't know what you're thinking, Casey. I don't know why you think this is not like a live, maybe not a live worth episode.
Well, I thought he said it was one.
No, it was, but he said slightly.
Oh yeah, more than slightly. It's definitely.
Yeah.
just like
rocking
the
our heads
whole
right
like
now.
last like 8 minutes of the show, just watching us all, just like.
Yeah, he said the next episode may, like 4 A's, may be worth a live listen.
That was definitely sarcasm then.
He said it's borderline. So I'm like, and then I responded. I said, yes, we plan it to be live no matter what.
That reveal,
you,
come on.
Yeah, like I know, right? Vincent's being dragged, or Michael's killer has been dragged since day one.
Exactly.
Yep.
And now that we know, dude, Reddit and Facebook is gonna blow up when this thing's dropped.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of, do we want to take a look at it?
Yes.
All right,
dude. Any final thoughts though before we?
On this one?
Yeah.
I'm sad that it's a break.
Yeah.
We got like what 2-3 months?
Yeah.
I'm just upset with Vera.
Yeah.
I'm upset with Vera.
You want me to start on YouTube?
Well, hold on. Before we read that, if you are listening and watching to this, we're going to interview Casey Wayland here in our podcast. Yes, we're gonna interview him. If you have right here, he's not gonna be here.
He's gonna be in this podcast, not this room, but in this
So
podcast.
if you have any questions, I posted it on Reddit and on Facebook. If you have any questions for Casey, anything, he said he's open for anything because we know him. If he doesn't want to answer, he's not gonna answer it. So it's still worth the chance. Ask the question, anything that you want to ask him, and we're gonna ask him those questions. So
we
please
should repost it in Reddit because it's not towards the top.
Yep, I'm gonna repost it.
Okay.
But yeah, so please do that. I'm gonna read Dangerous. By the way, thank you so much for listening and watching this, and commenting and telling us your thoughts. We appreciate that. He said, another week, another We're Not Dead. Let's see what you all got for us today. Welcome back, Wakka. He said, this reminds me of chapter 12 of Story Survival. What's your name? Sergeant Cross. Well, now, Sergeant, do you have a first name you go by? Yes, Sergeant. Oh,
Sergeant.
Yeah. Talking to that's good. 10-4. I thought about your theory about the Republic and Angel Sr., and I was thinking, what if the Chancellor sabotaged Senior's plane? But then I realized the timeline doesn't match up with that because the Republic didn't exist yet since it was 2008 when Senior had his wipeout. Yes, that's right. 23. Nah, I think Nick knows better. I mean, he kept the bite hidden from the coma. After all, he knows it could spell trouble for him if anyone learned that he had that. Okay. 24. No way Nick is pretending to be Will's best friend. Not a chance. Oh, really? You think he's genuine that he thinks that he thinks Will is his best friend? Okay. All right. Okay. 28 minutes. I'm counting Prim. Because I think they're more involved than we might think. Like when the Chancellor was talking about the train incident, I believe that Prim pretended to be Republic. Yes! And Westport alike in order to fool both sides to get them to fight each other. Of course, that could just be the Chancellor trying to fool them himself, and maybe he has plans of his own, but it's a possibility that exists now. Of course, Prim is pretty much done now, and I don't think there's a chance of it coming back, and especially not under the Boer's leadership. First part, I think we pretty much agree.
Yep.
But the second part, Prim might come back. I don't think it's the end of Prim. Not in a way that Prim looked like. Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think Prim's gonna come back as Prim.
Yes.
No.
I think if it makes, I mean, I said it earlier. I think if it comes back, it's gonna come back as like the new arena.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be where Cole is basically running his empire and doing whatever he is going to do as the next like big villain.
Oh, I guess we're agreeing to what you said because he said in here, there's no chance of it coming back, and especially not under the Boer's leadership. So yeah, we're all in agreement on this.
Boer is gone.
Yeah,
I was gonna say yeah. It's like if he meant it that way, because it's kind of like the unless. If they meant unless, then yes, 100% agree. Otherwise,
yeah. Well,
50-50.
unless Cole turned Boer and then it's like, hey, you're leading this place. I'm leaving. I'm going back to Westport.
I'll say, and that could be something possible too. But I feel like, I mean, everything can change. This is an entirely new type of infected. But like, even when Ink kind of had people like running stuff for him, he was always nearby.
Yeah. He keeps coming back. But I like the parallel on that. Prim turning to the new stadium. You know what I mean? Which is funny because they have the arenas. It works so well storyline.
That's why.
That's
why when I said it, I was like, wait a second, wait.
I know. 33. I think this is an interesting theory, but I believe that more likely scenario is that a double agent is manipulating things in Westport and the Republic. I mean, we have hogs in the Westport.
I'm thinking the
you know
same
what I mean?
thing right there.
38. For all we know, though, CJ might also have connections with Prim as well. There's a chance that the Republic has no idea what the board is doing in terms of the games, or at least not the whole scope of the kidnapping and all that. They may also not know about the slave trade that goes on there. And if this is indeed the case, what if the board has built up a rapport with not only the Republic, but Westport as well? After all, we don't know absolutely everything CJ is involved in right now. Hell, we didn't know about Michael's involvement with the director, and we still don't know yet. I think the only reason we heard the phone call between the board and the Chancellor was to continue setting up the Republic as villains for the time being. I feel like Republic knows what Prim is doing.
I think Republic knows.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think Republic themselves fully aware.
Yeah.
Whether the people know, that could be different.
Yeah,
I think it might be like more like the quote unquote noble class and the higher up class.
Yeah.
And high society there might know and be a part of it, blah blah blah. But when it comes to like CJ knowing, I don't think CJ knows. But to also lean into what was said, what if like CJ's informant for that was someone who knew, got bought off, blah blah blah. It wasn't someone that in the end is completely loyal to CJ, and they are also in what we're now assuming is Hogg's pocket.
Yeah. Let me just remember this. The place where they getting trained is called Red Dragon. I wonder if Chancellor is leading that. If not like
that's
the
like the
place
that's like the squad or like the
elite squad.
The specific
right.
That's like the SEAL team.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Branch.
Okay. Where am I at? 43. I also don't think of the cure angle. Really? But I don't think it's possible anyway. What I'm thinking is that they found out how to infect people without altering the brain in the devastating ways the infection usually does in order to turn people into superhumans, or at least interesting. Okay,
that would be a super interesting take. I like
exactly.
that. Dang. Where they're trying to create almost like super soldier-esque
yeah.
people.
That would be interesting.
They're experimenting with that. I've been hoping that We're Alive would go for this story at some point, so I really hope that's the case.
That's nearly going to the Resident Evil route kind of thing. At least in the movie series.
Yeah. 52. I think you might be right, but I really hope you're wrong. I want them to have at least a tiny moment at the end of part 3 showing off a bit of what's happening in Westport, or at least switch back to pegs.
I wish.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I too wanted to know what's happening. Geez. I had no expectation because of it being the last one of the split of the season. I had no expectation because unless they're gonna bring it in to do something drastic and end something, like Riley dying on the way back or Riley dying in the hospital, like they could have panned for that, but they can't start anything here. Like everything here they're trying to resolve or create a tension point.
And this episode's proof of that. Like I said before, I think we're due for a switch and I want to see it. The suspense is killing me. 57, doubtful. There was so much gold at Fort Knox that they would have had to take multiple trucks. It's likely that they were all supposed to go in the same direction, but the two family members from Gold Rush got greedy and wanted the gold for themselves. This actually answered on the Casey and YouTube, so we're gonna read that in a moment. Now we're at 9 minutes. Do you think the island of Angel Senior sailed to that was littered with infected was the same island Scouts honor? No, it's not. Because that one's
completely different points.
That was in California, and this one is Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
I'm in 19. He needs his blue ball. Can you give some context to this, please? He needs his blue ball. An hour 19.
Blue ball.
Let me take a look.
Yeah. I feel like I said that.
Totally blinked on that.
While you're looking at that, minute 31, an hour 31. If we ever get the chance to meet up and one of you cooks steak, I will at least try it. Open mind and all that. Yes. Yep. I make a mean steak though.
Oh, the blue ball. The blue ball. Your blue ball.
It's the mouse. He got a mouse.
I just looked at it.
Show him the. He has a ball in his mouth.
I just remembered.
That right there. Yeah. That's the one. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I have one of the ergonomic. You don't have to move your hand. Nice, because it's a lot nicer. So.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Took me a while to get used to it, but now it's all I use.
An hour 42. Who wants to bet that the boar is the Dawson's pretending to be Chisholm, by the way? Also, I guess her being Chisholm and Scratch being Amsel debunks the theory of boar being Scratch's mother. Yes. Yep. Unless they're both disguised Dawsons. No. Which would be crazy. I don't think so. Man, I don't think so. I don't. A possibility? Oh man, I can see that happening, but story, you know what I mean? In stories, everything is possible. As long as the writer make it make sense for all of us. I don't know. Now we're 47. I don't think Bricks just saw the video. I'm pretty sure he was there when it all went down. Oh yeah. Wait. No, he wasn't in the room.
Who?
Bricks? When Scratch killed Angel? He wasn't in the room.
No, he was in the room.
Oh.
He was with it was Bricks, and there was another one. Who else was in that that was watching that?
It was the three, wasn't it? It was Bricks,
TARDIS.
Yeah,
TARDIS
and Lizzie.
No, Lizzie wasn't in the room.
Not Lizzie, Scratch.
Lizzie.
Oh yeah.
Lizzie only saw the video.
Not Lizzie.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Bricks was in there. That's right, because he was like,
because he has to be with Lizzie.
He was talking to Lizzie. He's like, I knew something. Then Lizzie said, "Tell me." I don't want to, kind of thing. Yeah.
That's right.
You're right.
That's right. I do remember that now.
An hour 47.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Bricks was filming it.
Yeah,
those two were in the room. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he had it, and then he was, and then because he even asked afterwards, he's like, "Well, what do I do with this tape?" Mm-hmm. And she was like, "You're recording still?
Yeah,
like,
that's
get
right.
rid of it."
That's right. You're right. Yeah. That's right. Ace, why am I not surprised to learn that you specifically are into VTubers? Sorry. That is so funny. I know. This is like the Nick and Will moment earlier. That is so fitting based on your personality. I think, by the way, I'm a VTuber fan as well. Kotoha's my favorite. That's what he said.
Wait, who is?
Kotoha's?
KOTOHA apostrophe S.
Yep. With and then he put a clover. Four-leaf clover. I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. An hour 48 podcast all the way for me. I'm VI and can't see your faces anyways.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. He said, great episode as always. By the way, after you complete part 3 and you're in between podcast session, I'd love to have a chance to talk to you all. It'd be fun to talk about We're Alive together. Anyway, peace out. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the future. Go ahead. Yeah, the YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. With a lot of dumb moments.
All right. Casey said something at hour 5. He said just a scratch. I don't remember what that was referring to.
It was because we were talking about, just hearing that word. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah,
there was it was just a scratch.
And it's definitely intentional. You know what I mean? He knew. Yeah, I'm gonna say that again.
Yeah. Because I think I was talking about the do it again.
Yeah.
Say it again. The Mufasa thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Mufasa one.
Yeah.
Mufasa.
Hang on. I don't remember what it said. He said the one that I love that story. I'm trying to listen to that one, but I can't figure out where it's at.
Which story?
Oh, about eating the food, and when he said that, yeah, let me make sure yours isn't poisoned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dark Elite 3000 stated, "Oops, Ace was definitely right. I got that SOS title wrong."
Yep. We're talking
So
about
kudos to you.
Yep. The Dining with the Devil.
Yeah.
Oh no. The original title that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not this one. Yeah.
Beginning of the End.
Yep.
Dark Elite again. I really like the voice actor for Angel Senior. To me, he sounds like an extra New York version of Jonathan Banks from Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, which I actually thought. I think Jonathan Banks will be a perfect Bert, at least for me. Jonathan Banks the perfect Bert.
Who's Jonathan Banks?
The old guy that looks like this. Hey, you.
Which I'm gonna take that and segue.
Oh yeah.
Real quick. So we know that
like the bodyguard or whatever.
Yeah.
The boy or Michelle isn't like Vincent's mother or a partner of Senior Angel, but she had a thing for Bert, right? Do you think Bert and Angel Senior's mannerism are somewhat similar?
I think the two of them are like so similar to the point where they break and go almost opposite.
Only because
Bert's a lot more upfront, not schemy. What it is what it is. As to where Angel Senior, like, he shows the what it is what it is face while being the super sneaky, conniving type. Now that we've seen,
because I think that she might had a thing for Angel Senior, but just never entertained it until she met Bert.
Oh, you're thinking about assuming Board that had a thing for Tenudo?
Yeah.
Tenudo? Yeah.
Because they were married into the family, right? But
I
just assumed that it might have been something she was into. That Rachel that died was supposed to be
Rachel.
That's the name of his wife. When he came back.
Yeah.
That Rachel could have been. It should have been Michelle.
Yeah, but we don't know if he is the original Tenudo that married into Chisholm.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Right.
True.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Yeah. All right. KC. Just a note there, based on what they said, he wasn't the head of the family prior to the outbreak. He was next in line to be. So just to clarify.
Yep.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yep.
I don't know who said that or misspoke.
It was you, Ace. You misspoke, but I know what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Nice. I like they caught that.
Yep. It was talking about it was Dark Elite who posted about the rings. About the rings in Story of Survival. Yep, he's glad that got caught. That was so good. I'm still blown away that the amount of memory and connection that was done for that. It was well done. It was
very well done.
It was well done.
And then there were some comments in there. Dark Elite responding to Casey. Oh, cool. Thanks. Good writing deserves to be examined. So, are you willing to confirm? Did Scratch wear Durai's ring before her burial? Casey said, I'm not 100% certain. I'd have to dig through notes, but let's just say it may be likely. She was very mixed on her feelings towards the family. Darkly, oh wow, that makes sense. She would have had conflicting feelings towards the family, especially knowing how she got her scar.
Yeah.
That's right.
People are still assuming that was done by Angel Senior, right? It gives that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casey then said, there are multiple trucks. The Golden Gold Rush was just some of it.
Yes. Yep. So it wasn't the whole gold that lady got is not just from Gold Rush.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Omari L Mays 958. I'm on my phone and can't enter timestamps. Sorry, but in the Patreon there are part of Tanya's journals. After reading, you get more context and can tie things as the story goes on. There are some things in there even supported some of the existing theories. So if you guys have not, you should definitely give them a read or two. They are pretty good.
Yep. It's okay. We're gonna see Tanya in the
next
second half.
Yep.
Yeah, the second half for sure.
Casey said something was intentional. Oh, the Filipino.
Yeah, the Pagasa.
Hope.
Yeah, Pagasa Hope. Yep. Yep. Which is good because it's like, who's with Hope?
Oh,
it's Datu.
Datu.
And Datu's Filipino.
Yeah. It was intentional for that Filipino. Not for this
Hey, definitely that. Come on, I'm taking that. My boy Datu. Do not take that away from me.
Oh man. Intrusive thoughts went all the way through.
Getting sick and tired of you.
As I have my
Your
sorry,
knife.
I'll put my knife away.
He thought about it.
We're brothers. So, Dark Elite 3000. Sorry for the long comment. It's okay. It's not very long. But I wanted to bring this up. A few weeks ago when we first met Fingers, she said something interesting while showing off her knife to Vincent and Vera at dinner. After Vincent made a slick comment, she snapped back with, "I'd hate to cut up twice in one day." I didn't really understand what she meant by that at that point. It was our first introduction to her. She hadn't fought anyone yet or mentioned any infected attacks. And she never explained the comment either. It could be nothing, but if the truth about how Angel died at the hands of the family member was hidden, maybe there's something similar about her father Darai's death. Timeline-wise, her killing Michael wouldn't fit since his attack and death happened days earlier than the comment. Still, it definitely feels like she's hiding something.
I am not sorry to disappoint you. I'm not sorry to disappoint you.
Something like that. Like, it could have been. That could have been a couple things. It could have been just a threat to show face. It could have been from sparring. It could have
yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, just look at the Vera versus Vincent fight. Someone got cut more than twice. Like
yeah.
And so it could be anything random. It could have been literally cut herself cooking, but she's using the cut as like like the you punch a hole in the wall and you're like, oh, I would hate to break two things today, something like that, like threatening to hit someone. Like it's just something like random like that. Right?
Wasn't
you connect two pieces together?
Wasn't the following why she made that comment is because Vera cut Vincent when they landed. When he gave her the sword, he cut him. And then she made the comment because he was being smart about it. It's like I wouldn't.
He cut who?
Vera.
Yeah, so it could have just been about both of them cutting him.
Vera cutting Vincent. You know how they set her free after landing?
Yeah, true.
Cut her. Gave her the blade back, and then she fought back, cutting him.
But it was Fingers who made the comment.
She's responding after the fact. It's like because
Vincent cut. Vera cut one. Fingers cut a second is what they're saying.
So
I see what
they're saying that they're not saying that Fingers cut two people
or one person twice.
It's saying the one person got cut twice or getting cut twice.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hate for both of us to cut you.
Yeah. Mr. Macapo. Interesting theory, guys. Do you think somehow the actual tape of what happened to Angel will resurface? I'd like to know your guys' thoughts. I really, really hope so. Because that would prove that it wasn't Michael.
What I want to happen is, like, during everything that happens at Westport, when Vera loses power and everything, I would love for her to take the original story and anything related to that with her when CJ flees.
Yeah.
And what if that made its way to Vera? Vera made it go to the family, or made its way to Oliver and Vera at this point, and then that got to the family, and they're like, this was a false vendetta, blah, 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 and then everything breaks down from there.
Yeah.
It can create an entire domino effect.
I can see a lot of chaos coming in very, very, very soon.
The family is right on the verge of dissolving.
Yeah.
Because of this interwar that they're about to have again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the last time the family was big enough to where when they eradicated one portion of the family, where they thought they eradicated one portion of the family, there was still big enough to go on. But now there's so few members in whole that if something like that happens again and people start picking sides with the new way versus the old way or whatever,
there's going to be a civil war.
Yeah, and they're not a small portion of people anymore. They're just gonna become known. The family is just has a very large chance to cease to exist from this.
Yeah, I'd be curious about that. So
interesting.
That was the last comment because the other one was just a duplicate.
All right, well, dude, that was a great episode. Holy smokes! Right? What way to end it, Casey. Of course, it's a cliffhanger, so we kind of expected that.
We'll be hanging on.
Exactly.
How long is break again?
Couple months.
Yeah.
Like 3 months or something like that. See, I gotta say, it doesn't feel like a cliffhanger, even though it is.
Yeah.
Because we got such a huge reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we got so much. It wasn't like the build up. Okay, we'll see in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it was a build up, reveal, tension. We'll see you in 3 months.
Yeah.
They just left it on a tense note, and especially because we kind of have a decent idea of, next steps, whether we're wrong or not. Our minds can play the next moment very well.
Yeah.
As to where in a lot of those just pull the carpet out from under, you can't play the next part because you're like, I'm missing that crucial piece. What's happening? Of course, the biggest cliffhanger isn't even the people getting caught. It's, we have to make our plan happen now. That's the biggest cliffhanger from Senior.
Yeah.
But that's also not we could have found this out in the next 5 minutes of an episode. No, it's like, okay, over the next few episodes, it's going to unwind or something like that.
Right. Well, it's also like what you said. We had the satisfaction of knowing who Michael's killer, so that definitely like washed the, the off taste out of our mouth. So now you can give me whatever you want, and I'm be okay with it.
Yeah. Now we know that for sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I think if you ended it without knowing that information, and just, Nick and Will getting caught, and then we find out that, Angel Sr. and Vincent is planning to do something against Oliver.
Yeah.
It's like definitely like, holy smokes, I cannot wait, or not cannot wait. Like, why did you end it that way? You'd be upset.
Yeah.
But this one is
like if it would have ended with, if it would have ended like somebody died, and then there's just no they're bleeding out on the floor dying. It's like, okay, that's like cliffhanger with no hope.
Right.
As to where this is like a lot is happening.
It is no
but
hope.
There was resolution, and there's just there's the tension to keep you ready, waiting for more, but not being like the, oh my gosh, the suspense is gonna kill me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a pleasant feeling.
Right. Yeah. So every single theory that you guys have about Angel Senior is like, there's no way he's an old person that can do that. It's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he can. I mean, he could. He probably could. But so based on that conversation with Angel Senior and Vincent, right? Mm-hmm. He wanted to make it happen, but he did not like that Vincent did that. You know what I mean?
I think he didn't like how soon he did it.
I think it's more not.
I think
soon.
he didn't want him. I think he didn't want Vincent to do it. I think he wanted to make it happen from outside sources.
Right.
I think he wanted it to come from Hogs or something like that, like some other person that's not my family.
To keep the Tenuto hands clean.
Yes. Well, to keep them out of suspicion, you'll never. It can never come back to him.
Yeah, and it's also not so soon.
That's very
yes,
much the family way.
Soon, yes, but not in a way of. I think he wants more preparation. He wants more. Okay, let's plan this out.
He seems like more of a calculated guy because he was telling Vinny, or is it Viddy?
Yeah.
Is it Vinny?
Viddy.
It's some. Okay. That he did it sloppy. He was too sloppy at what he did.
Right.
Yeah. It's because it was rushed. It shouldn't have happened when it happened. Like, if we would have done it in a different setting, it would have less people would have been dragged into the moment. Because if they could have gotten him truly isolated where no one would have walked in on him until hours later, that would have been the dream situation.
Yeah.
They killed him, and he didn't even get to make it to a doctor. Right. Like, that's I think, what Senior's goal would be. It is there's no hospital, there's no chance for you to live, because what would have happened if?
Yeah.
That's why it was sloppy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can also see him taking Michael and, interrogating him and things, or torturing him and things like that. I could see that happening too. But yeah, it was a great episode.
That would have been interesting though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We know how the OGs do with torture.
Right.
They don't take the torture too kindly.
yeah. All right. Well, I don't have I cannot wait. Well, I cannot wait to interview Casey and ask him more questions.
Yeah.
And
make sure to comment your questions.
Yeah, comment in this video too. If you
in the video or on Reddit, find us on Reddit
and Facebook, and
or if you're on Reddit, find us on YouTube.
Group, Discord,
Yep. Ask those questions.
We got all the things. The things.
Exactly.
Share, subscribe.
Yep, like and share and subscribe this. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed this live and didn't get annoyed how much we pause it or how much we didn't pause it. Yeah. And if we missed something, any details, comment down below. We would love to talk about it.
We love that. We would. Yeah, we literally love being we love getting stuff pointed out to us.
We love being wrong just as much as we like being right.
Absolutely. If not more.
If not more. Because it's more fun, quite frankly.
I was going to say, I think when we get something right, it's satisfying. But when we're wrong, it's like, oh, shoot. Like, it's a mind blow moment.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
It is
and you're like, oh, snap. You're right. I'm dumb. Let's go.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good
All right. We'll see you guys next week for Casey's interview.
Bring your popcorn.
Bye.
Bye, son.
Bye-bye.
Late.